What should we think about this world that you're stepping into? How should we analyze it as engineers and perceive it from a Duke perspective? And since I say perception, if you'll indulge me, I'm a biomedical engineer myself, I'll share with you a little bit about how we see. And I mean really see with our eyes. It turns out there are a couple of sensors in our eyes. They're rods and cones. The rods are your sensors for low light, and your cones are the sensors in our eye when you see there's a little bit more light. When there's low light, those of you who are perceptive will notice that the world is in black and white. And when there's a little bit more light, your cones kick in, and you can see the world in some color, and its richness and nuance. I can't help but think that we live in a world where we're divided into camps and tribes, the left and the right, the white and the blank, the native and the immigrant. And amongst the immigrants, those who came before and those who came recently. A stark world where there are alarmingly many, in my humble opinion, who would like us to define ourselves and the world by these identities, to use, in my thought, only a rod vision, to see the world in stark black and white. A world that is devoid of nuance, of cone vision, as I say. But in each of us, I believe, there is so much more than the stereotype of our identities of race, ethnicity, or gender. Each of us has nuance. Each of us has complexity. And perhaps it is this complexity that defines our common humanity. It is my fervent hope that in the last 4 years, the people you've met, the knowledge you've gained, the experiences you've shared, and the friendships you've made, all have increased the light in your world. And that today, you see the world much, much more with your cone vision, that you see color, nuance, and shades in between. Going back to the world that you're entering, I can't help but wonder that if there is an entire world out there that is not trained like you are to use its cone vision, and that there are a cynical few who want to create the impression that the world is actually black and white, that the world is devoid of nuance and richness. In such a world, I can't help think that we must not only continue to use our cone vision and to see the subtle and beautiful hues of humanity, we also have the responsibility to speak up, shine the light, and help others see the world that we see. Seeing nuance and subtlety in the world does not mean for 1 second that one does not take principled stances or that one is not driven by purpose. You are Duke engineers. You are born to invent, innovate, and create a better world for us. But please let us remember that those who disagree with us, those who may not help, they're not our enemy. They may be driven by a different experience. They may just live in a world and that is different from their experience. Or maybe, just maybe, the situation could use a little bit more light. And maybe, just maybe, you could be that light. So speaking of light, today, it may seem like you're leaving the warm sun that we call Duke. Or maybe like sunlight, you're taking Duke engineering and Duke with you to a new place. Whatever corner of the world you go to, go make that world a little bit sunnier, a little bit more colorful and vibrant with your knowledge, wisdom, and action. And know that the warmth of Duke will always be with you, rooting for your success. So my friends, go change the world, make it brighter, more colorful. Congratulations, class of 2019.